10th letter. Understand yourself. I mentioned the importance of finding your dream in the last letter. This time, I want to talk about what happened after that. Let's assume that the student who has not studied has just changed his mind. He expects to get good grades and be an honors student if he works hard. However, in my experience, such changes do not come easily. The mindset has changed, but the results showed only a slight difference because of a learning gap and bad habits. At the time, some people get disappointed and give up, saying, "It doesn't matter whether or not I try." But the reality is that many other students work hard every day, and it's strange to expect good results after just a few weeks of hard work. For example, I had to take the high school entrance exam in middle school, so in my second year of middle school, most students diligently study to enter their desired high school. I was sitting in the back of the classroom, and there were students around me who were not good at studying. Some of them asked how they could study better. I said they should devote more time to their studies. Some students asked me to help by studying together. It must have been a difficult time for those who had never studied before. After a month or two of taking the midterm, some people started complaining. They said they had worked harder than ever before, but their grades improved only slightly. I explained that most of the other students always work this hard. You shouldn't expect significant changes in a month or two of hard work. If you keep working like you are now, change will happen slowly. But of course, most of them shook their heads and quit. I was well aware of this, so rather than giving up, I started thinking about improving. So when I saw people who were good at studying, I bought them lunch and asked them how they were doing so well. I met a lot of people and talked. However, I was surprised that everyone studied differently except for studying hard. Some studied in advance and others reviewed the lesson later. Some people crammed at the last minute of the finals, while others focused on what they often did wrong. Some people purposefully found a few complex problems, while others tried to solve many easy ones. I often saw the same person studying differently depending on the subject. In the end, the more people I asked, the more confused I got. So why do different people have different ways of studying well? I started asking for a while to find the answer to this question. One day, while having lunch with friends, I realized their favorite side dishes were different. At that moment, I laughed out loud as to why I only found out about this now. All my friends have different strengths and weaknesses, so the right study method for you also depends on this factor. Getting to know yourself better can help you find an effective learning style that works for you. Studying ahead of time with a friend who has difficulty understanding what you see for the first time would be a waste of time. And if a friend with a poor memory tries to memorize it, that would be a stupid way to study. When I go to bookstores, many books say that you will get good grades if you study like me. However, I feel this might not be a good approach for everyone. It would have worked at least for the author of the book. After thinking like this, I realized I had to understand myself first. If I understood my strengths and weaknesses correctly, I would be able to find an optimized study method. What you understand may be wrong, so you need to check whether it suits you. See you next time.